Alright, my name is Tom McMasters. Thank you very much, and I'm going to go off of my prepared speech and try to answer the questions that were posed. So why am I running for Congress? Because I'm looking for good governance. One of the things that we talk about when we're talking about good government is actually paying our bills out there. I think that we need to reduce the deficit. We need to look to actually reduce the national debt. And we need to do this in order to ensure that we have prosperity from now until forever. That means that we're looking for sacrifice, basically, from all people, and from all areas. So, what do? That's why prepares just. Okay, but and so that's one of the main cores that I have here. We in the Democratic Party, we like certain things and want to protect all those things. The Republicans have their areas. They're not any less spenders. I don't know why they get the reputation of being less spenders, but they want their spending on the certain areas that they have. And both parties seem to be wanting to reach into the pockets of the other guy in order to solve the problems that we have. And maybe not even solve the problems, just be able to get their side more money out there. So I'm looking to change that debate where we go back to what President Kennedy said and ask not what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country out there. So I'm asking all parties to go back there, and I'm no longer active duty military. Sorry, I'm retired military, but I still work on base. I have a lot of experience with the military, and nearly everybody on base is going, look at all this money we're wasting right there. And I say, we could probably, if we manage, we could give you the same product for 30% less than what it costs you now. And we could definitely give you the same product for about 5 or 10% of what we're paying now. But it just takes that commitment from the people that are on base or in the military to go, okay, this is what's costing us money. Let's not protect what we have. Let's open up our windows and let people see where we can save money. And if people believe us, throw that out there, save that money out there. And I see the same thing with Social Security. I'm trying to say not out there all the time. That's one of my key phrases. I don't know why. But I see the same thing with Social Security. The AARP should step up and say, hey, this is where we can save money. And sometimes it would mean not everybody gets the walkers, or not the walkers with little carts that get sold on TV. And sometimes it might mean raising retirement age, whatever. But we need to have a good debate from the parties of interest in order to find out where that money can be saved. And what makes me a viable candidate? I'm a moderate. I consider myself a moderate. In fact, if anybody knows, I ran in the Republican primary 2 years ago against Boehner. But I was a Democrat the whole time I was active duty. And I was a Democrat because I grew up a Democrat. My father was a union member. I was a Teamster before I went active duty. And it's interesting to sit on base and talk to people, and everybody thinks you're a Republican, and then you say, well, I think this, this, and then you find out that of the 8 people sitting at the table, there were actually 3 Democrats along with you. It's just a matter of somebody speaking up and saying, hey, this is what we want. And you should see that even on base when I talk about saving money. There's people in the headquarters building says, if we weren't the only ones, we would help out. It's just that nobody wants to be the only person that's contributing there. And then you can see that as well, that I'm actually running as an idealist. All right? I'm running so people know that my intentions are pure. I'm putting a little bit of my own money in there, asking for people to put a little bit of effort in. That I'm trying to get through the primary on $4,000. If I can get through the primary on $4,000, I have more personal money that I can put in for the general election. It obviously is not going to be $800,000, but it's enough to get advertising through if I get enough people saying this is a good guy. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Sharon. This is I'm going to. Oh, I'm sorry, Tom.
That's all right.
Tom,
That's fine.
because I don't want to hit men to get me there.
I was active duty Air Force for 21 years. So I retired in October 2009. I actually tried to get my name on the ballot before I went active duty Air Force, but I got myself all involved in writing position papers, and I was trying to go as an independent at that time, and the independent process takes a lot more signatures. So I'd actually gotten about halfway through and started writing position papers, and then went active duty. When I came out, you may or may not remember, but I ran in the Republican primary against Boehner, and then I ran this previous election trying to get on city council, and as it turns out, a lot of people thought I was an actual Republican, and I hate to say that I'm not, because I really think that I can work in either party like that, but the fact that people really there's a lot about campaigning that you learn about, as far as people that really know you and look you in the eye. They'll take the cards for you and pass them out, and every now and again you find somebody that'll do a lot of work. I had somebody that I just, my son wanted to go to the video store, so I keep my cards in my hands all the time, handed him a card, and next thing you know he wanted 1,000 of them, and he's passing out 1,000 for me right there. So, you know, generally there's good interest by people if they can believe in what your message is out there. And the other thing is the hardcore one side or the other. I don't know. We've done a lot of these events here with people sitting down out there. I'm not sure what kind of work you guys do for the candidates, or feedback you give to their probably because Ryan talks well. I would support Ryan, and Olivia talks well. Maybe I'm not making good enough sentences for in an environment for a lot of people, but I haven't gotten a lot from the people that are supposed to be the foundation of the party, or the foundation of the people that believe in politics. I get a lot more interest from people off the street.
Thank you so much. And